Welcome back to the Daily Buzz, 23 minutes past the hour. Well, it's a new year, frankly, a new decade, and many people are hoping along with that comes a new job. But how in this current economy can you get that fresh start on a better career? Joining us this morning with some tips is Carlos Gill, founder of JobsDirectUSA.com. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning.
All right, so it's the new year, but a lot of people are getting frustrated. A lot of people have been looking for work for a long time. There's an average of 7 months or something like that?
Yeah, right now the average unemployment cycle is about 28 and a half weeks.
Right. So you gotta stick to it, and you gotta stay positive. You have 3 specific tips before we get into a little resume builder here. First of all, set clear goals. Realistically, go beyond email and help others. Let's break down each one. When you say clear goals and realistic, what do you mean by that?
Well, you know, if you're doing a lot of the same and you're still unemployed right now, you need to do something different. Right now, it's a new year, it's a new decade, it's the best time to get back on track with finding a job. So what you have to do is you need to have an outline of 10 to 20 companies that are hiring in your area that have job openings that fit your qualifications and your needs.
And you call that a hit list?
It's called a hit list. That is your hit list. Work that hit list religiously. And once you have that hit list established, the next thing you do is try to establish face-to-face contact with someone at that company, even if it's their receptionist.
Okay, because a lot of times we're relying too heavily on just being online. You get cloistered away in your little home office, you're doing the online thing, and that's good because obviously you need a social network and so forth, but you've got to make that face-to-face contact.
Yeah, you have to make face-to-face contact. Right now, that is vital to your job search.
How do people go about doing that?
Well, you know, there's a lot of ways to do that. Phone and email, definitely, that is, you know, you've got to throw that, you know, out the window. You have to go in person to companies. You have to knock on doors. It's very old school, but you know what? You have to make that face-to-face contact because who you know right now on the other side that can get your foot in the door and get you an interview is going to be the key to you getting a new job.
Another way to make that face-to-face contact, if you're out of work, go ahead and volunteer, right?
You have to volunteer. I've mentioned that on the show before, getting involved in your community and being a volunteer, it's very important. I tell you what, if you add volunteer to your resume to fill that employment gap that you currently have on there, you're going to find a job a lot quicker than many folks out there, I guarantee it.
All right, let's give folks some specific tips on resumes because it's important that you tailor each one to the company. And the first thing should go without saying, but too many people are turning in resumes rife with mistakes. Right. That gets it thrown out right away. You look unprofessional.
You know, you're exactly right, Andy. Right now, recruiters, they're looking at anywhere from 50 to 75 resumes per job opening. What you need to do is be short, precise, have great formatting, have an excellent objective statement, and here's a tip for you, your keywords. You need to go ahead and look at the job description of what you're applying for. Make sure that A, you're applying for jobs that you are qualified for, and B, you are using keywords, okay, that the search engines of these job boards that you're putting them on will go ahead and read.
Right, and use the job descriptions. Use the action verbs that they use the lingo they use in the job listing on your resume, and then that computer will search for it.
It's right in front of you. If you're not using it, shame on you.
Good tips there, Carlos. Head to our website for more on JobsDirectUSA.com, DailyBuzzNow.com.